Today, it looks like we're testing this resistance zone, and who knows, we might even break $100,000 on this show with Bitcoin. This is kind of normal to see this in markets, and in here in Bitcoin, I think we could look to next March or April, kind of expect a little bit of a pullback too, all right? But I think we're still very early. I really do think that, sure, we might have a little bit of hiccups during end of year as all the funds try to put the profit on the books. Not much at all. I do think after that, we rallied for a really, really good 2025 start.
Bitcoin is eyeing a historic breakout. Could $100,000 finally be within reach? John Wick dives into key technical indicators, predicting market trends and opportunities. With altcoins gaining traction and unique setups forming, this video will help you navigate the crypto waters. Plus, find out how trading alpha tools can give you an edge in this exciting market cycle.
Today, it looks like we're testing this resistance zone, and who knows, we might even break $100,000 on the show with Bitcoin. You know, it's funny because I know yesterday we had a pullback in the market and everyone is just so emotional. So I thought I would just give some context to Bitcoin. We can look at prior cycles. But first, let's get stuck on this daily chart here. So this, of course, every bar represents one day. And as you can see here, going left to right, we called this reading the tape. We started off here with a squeeze shading and a reversal bar. Okay, these are two setups from Trading Alpha. We're looking for a breakout arrow and a close above this wick. We did get that breakout arrow, and this started your stage 2 uptrend, okay, until we got another squeeze shading. Same thing, breakout arrow. This is bullish consolidation, trying to break above $100,000. And of course, you can see we're breaking up to the top here. I am not concerned at all until we lose these dots and get red dots on the daily. But so far, everything is looking good. However, this is a volatile area. We call this a stage 3 basing pattern, and it's meant to shake people out. So don't get shaken out. Same thing, we've had that parabolic extension, but on the weekly time frame, what I teach people is that once we go through these parabolic extensions, okay, these ones that go straight vertical, so this is the 2020 cycle here. You can see here these vertical yellow lines here, this little vertical zone. This is the halving. So whenever you see this on my chart, this predicts, this is the halving, not predicts, I'm sorry, this is the halving. So you can see here, this right here, this vertical line here though, is December 7th. We're at December 4th. So this is exactly where we are in the cycle if we're comparing it to 2020, okay? And as you can see, if we're comparing it to last cycle, the most recent cycle here of this bull market, we still have quite a ways to go if we're judging by this. A lot of volatility to come. You can see here, guys, this is in January. Normally in April here, we have big pullbacks, okay, because this is where tax season is, all right? So this is kind of normal to see this in markets, and in here in Bitcoin, I think we could look to next March or April and kind of expect a little bit of a pullback too, all right? But comparing these two cycles, there's a lot to go here, okay? Now, let me give you the caveat. Let me give you the bearish argument, okay? So this is 2020, but now in 2017, we didn't have quite the extension. So we have both an extended market and a shorter market to go by. You can see here, the halving was over here. You can see this is December right after the halving in 17. The halving was in 16. You can see here, it wasn't but 2 months later before the whole bull market ended. So that is your caveat. And now I'm going to give you my reasoning on why I don't think we're at the end of a bull market and why this one is most likely to extend if you're talking in terms of probability, which is how I trade. So first off, if you want to look here, this 17 bull market, I mean, this doesn't look like nothing, but these are big climbs if we go back here, okay? I mean, this is from $500 at the high here. It already doubled, okay? So this is a huge climb that we've had in this market. But now if we compare it to the market that we're having right now, we really haven't done much, okay? We've kind of, here's your stage 2 uptrend, so it all starts here. We've had one little pop, not even a parabolic extension, and here's the real parabolic extension. So not much has happened, and I'm comparing this to 2020, and I think that we're right about here because the same thing happened, right? Here is your stage 1 basing, basically popped above, came down a little bit here, popped up again. This is exactly where I think we are technically, and that's my argument technically, and here it is fundamentally.
Wick explains Bitcoin's bullish consolidation and stage 2 uptrend, spotlighting patterns on daily and weekly charts. He compares current cycles to 2020 and 2017, uncovering critical differences in volatility and market extension. With technical indicators showing strong bullish signals, Bitcoin's journey toward $100,000 seems more plausible than ever. Meanwhile, altcoins like XRP and CRV show promising setups, offering unique trading opportunities. Stay tuned for an in-depth analysis of altcoin patterns and must-have trading tools to level up your strategy.
Whether you like him or not, we do have a Trump presidency coming, and thank goodness it is much more crypto friendly, okay? We have a lot of people that are going to be pushing crypto in 2025, and the chances are is that regulation is going to start to die down. This is a huge reason for me to believe that really the probabilities lie in an extended cycle like this. And if it is extended, guys, we're not going to see a pullback, a major correction. I'm talking about a big one. I mean, there was a big one here, but really the market didn't get that little 50% drawback up until, around April, around tax time. So this is what I'm modeling everything after. And as you can see here in 2020, when we had that squeeze breakout arrow and we actually went into stage 2 above your basing zone here, okay, the green dots stayed green the entire time. This is what happens in parabolic extensions, and they don't end. This one ended here. Green dots end right here. And that's how you carve out most of the bull market when it starts to go parabolic. We can see this also, I'll show you guys on the monthly time frame, but that's exactly where I think we are. This is how I'm playing the cycle regardless of where I think we are. I am playing it with the dots, and this is how the next cycle went. We pulled back almost 50% and then went ahead and had another squeeze breakout arrow to kind of form a little double top pattern. After that double top pattern was formed, we did lose green dots, we got red dots, broke above now a red track line for the first time, and this signaled to us that it was a stage 4 downtrend. In a stage 4 downtrend, you don't buy anything as long as we're below a red track line, and eventually we did get bottom signals. None of these were confirmed. You do need one of the next two to close above the wick of the bottom signal. The only one that did that, of course, was this one right here. One of the next two bars did close well above the wick and got a green dot. Again, this was the start of our bull market. So that's my argument for where we are in this bull market. I think we're still very early. I really do think that sure, we might have a little bit of hiccups during end of year as all the funds try to put the profit on the books. Not much at all. I do think after that we rally for a really, really good 2025 start up until April. So that is my framework that I've shared with you guys today. This here is called a stage 1 basing pattern. Okay, it's going sideways, consolidating. A lot of people like to buy these and hope that we start a stage 2 uptrend. I think that's a horrible idea. I can explain why later. But after the stage 1 basing, we do tend to get these bottom signals, and we look again for one of the next two bars to close above the wick to confirm that this is a technical bottom being put into the charts. And sure enough, this was confirmed. And if that wasn't enough, this is a reversal signal. Again, this confirming the reversal signal closing above the wick. This is called a BR combo. This was coined by Shardy, if any of you follow Shardy. And of course, that was the catalyst technically to start the stage 2 uptrend. We start going, we pull back to the track line. We have a green dot reaction. We keep having green dot reactions once you lose them off the track line, which again, in trading alpha, we teach this as opportunity to enter again with a high probability setup. So those are actually the setups for us. And you can see that there's no red dots and there's no red bars on this daily chart. So very, very easy to catch. Let's look at a slower version of this chart. I love looking at weekly charts. We can zoom here from the stage 4 downtrend. You can see there that it started to base in a sideways basing stage 1 pattern, just like I talked about. Eventually we get a signal, a squeeze shading, letting you know that a violent move is coming. And you can barely see it there because it's the same color as the dots, but there is a breakout arrow to the upside. Okay, so here we are in a stage 2 on the weekly charts, and the dots have not stopped green. In fact, we've got a strength arrow here as well. So here you can see here, we break out to the upside. Green dots were now above a green track line. When you see all the green and the price action is above a green line, this is a strong trend. You want to participate in strong trends, and any pullbacks from those strong trends. Listen to this. Somebody actually commented on one of my charts that was a member, and he got this so correctly. There was a chart and he was looking at the track line at the price, and he said, oh man, looks like it's pulling back to the track line. If we get a green dot reaction, I'm in. Man, that made me happy. So here you can see here, pulls back all the way from here, all the way to the track line. You know, it's not a high probability setup. We get that green dot reaction. Here's go time, baby. And it doesn't stop green at all. In fact, you're still in that move.
Bitcoin's breakout is on everyone's radar, but having the right tools is key to capitalizing on this market cycle. John Wick wraps up with actionable tips for spotting strong trends, leveraging Trading Alpha's innovative tools, and preparing for the next rally. Don't miss out on this opportunity to stay ahead. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.